Hi, and welcome to Fedmail. Thank you for joining us once again this week. I hope you're doing well, feeling good, and taking the necessary precautions to remain healthy and to keep our community healthy. This week, our community observed Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Remembrance. We held a program on Wednesday evening. Our community rabbis led us in song. Our cantor Rachel Reef Simpson from Temple Emmanuel Sinai, and Sheer Joy led us in song. Our rabbis led us in prayer and readings and candle lightings. And I want to thank all of the community members who participated in the program. We had a really remarkable turnout. There were well over 100 people on the Zoom call, and means a lot. Observing Yom HaShoah, remembering the Holocaust, keeping the memory and stories of our survivors alive and talked about and discussed is of paramount importance to us, but in particular, ensuring that the younger generation understands these lessons is the most important piece. So with that in mind, the art and essay contest was also part of the Yom HaShoah program, which it has been for a number of years, which was started by Larry and Sherry Kahn, and now continued through the generous support of B'nai B'rith, our local Worcester B'nai B'rith chapter. We have included the winning pieces from this year's art and essay contest in Fedmail, so you can check those out below. Make sure you don't miss those. I think that our students put a lot of time and effort into it. And this year's topic was the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising, which is really why we observe Yom HaShoah. Just a tremendous story of heroism in the face of total annihilation. The prisoners of the Warsaw Ghetto fighting against the Nazi war machine is just a remarkable story of bravery. I also want to note that the bridge over Lake Quinsigamond was lit in blue for Holocaust Remembrance, and that was done in coordination with a number of other bridges across Massachusetts. I want to acknowledge and thank Mo Bergman for helping to make that happen. Also, Mo Bergman and I were interviewed by Spectrum Charter, the local television station here in Worcester, to discuss Holocaust Remembrance and the importance of it. So I can't stress enough, it's certainly a major part of the mission of Jewish Federation to continue to tell the story of the Holocaust and ensure that the lessons are never lost. When we say never again, it means never again. Not these things should certainly be stopped. I also want to bring your attention to several events taking place, the first of which actually has a connection to Holocaust Remembrance, and that is an exhibit at Worcester Art Museum, the art of Richard Neumann. He was a prominent Viennese Jew whose art was liquidated during the rise of the Nazi regime in that country, of course in the 1930s, and reassembled years later after painstaking research, and it will be on display at the Worcester Art Museum for about a year. Federation is one of the supporters of the exhibit, along with the Strassler Center and a number of Jewish families in our community, so we will be bringing you some virtual events associated with that, and if you're visiting the museum, you will be able to see it. Also this week, for our Life and Legacy supporters, we have our Life and Legacy Gala coming up this weekend. Thank you so much to all of you who have generously decreed that you will make an afterlife gift, a legacy gift, to support the endowments of our community organizations, federations, endowment as well. And we appreciate that so much. Really, that helps to secure the future success of this community. And as a growing community, and one that should have a very long, prominent, prosperous future, this is especially important. So thank you. I also want to note that April 13th is that Fauda event we've been talking about for so long. The stars of the hit Israeli TV show Fauda will be joining us for a virtual program. April 13th, you can still sign up, don't forget. April 15th, we will be holding a Yom HaAtzmaut Israel celebration, and that is a nationwide, it's a global program sponsored by Jewish Federations of North America. You really don't want to miss that. You're going to hear from Israeli President Rivlin Rubin and a number of other prominent Israeli leaders, Jewish leaders, and that should be a great virtual celebration. On April 18th, there's a SNEC Israel Independence Day Yom HaAtzmaut celebration. You can check that out too. And of course, the links for all of this are online. But most importantly, you don't want to miss the JCC Film Fest, which is sponsored by Jewish Federation. There are several other sponsors as well. But we have the opportunity to view really the top of the top international films, international Jewish Israeli films, brought to you by the JCC. And you're able to get those in the comfort of your home this year. Nancy Greenberg, who oversees this project, has done a terrific job vetting these films, finding great ones for us to view. And it's taking place now. So log in, check it out. Don't miss it. There are also wonderful programs coming up for the young ones. PJ Library, along with the Westboro Early Childhood Program, has Josh from Josh and the Jamtones doing a Rock and Shabbat celebration in the not too distant future. And they're just great events taking place throughout the community. You don't want to miss them. And I have to mention, once again, of course, none of it would be possible without your generous support. So thank you so much, those who continue to support Jewish life in Central Massachusetts. Excellent. Well done. Kol hakavod. Thank you. Take care. Have a great week ahead. Bye-bye.